What?
Somebody, you got your own show. Why are you still here? What do you think? That tough crowd's like a stepping stone? You're 58 years old. This is it for you. It's not going any higher. Go on the road like Gallagher too, except instead of smashing the watermelons, he's going to eat them. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, which brings me to this tub of shit. Patrice O'Neal. What I've loved about him is he's fat and arrogant.
What are you telling them, Maximilian?
I've never seen in my life. Like, he refuses to do Comic View. He actually feels that he's above it.
He's cute.
I will not do Comic View. Patrice, your whole act is perfect for that show. You do 11 minutes, you pretend to talk about Russia, and then you do 52 minutes of Pussy Judge.
I was walking around.
And you won't do Comic View? I mean, Patrice, you're so common. You got a deal for your own TV show. You blew all your money on a pinky ring, a used Cadillac, and football jerseys. And you won't do Comic View? Patrice, you are Comic View. Why didn't you at least get your fucking teeth fixed? Patrice, you have the worst teeth in entertainment. None of them match. I worked in a dental office for 5 years. I've never seen anybody with a molar in the front. You have no business having a headshot. Howard Feller called. He wants his old teeth back. Look at the space between his front teeth. He looks like a fat 50 Cent. Still 50 Cent. I'm just fucking with them. I gotta do a disclaimer. I'm getting fucking groans here.
I just want no more problems.
Because
people are like, why didn't you stop me? Why this, why that?
The smell's coming from his mouth or one of the
I don't want no problem.
Patrice's breath smells worse than Jim Norton's chest.
Because then people...
I make fun of Patrice. I make fun of Patrice because I'm jealous of his career. Seriously, he's doing great. He just took the lead to the sequel to Mighty Joe Young. Patrice, you really do look like an out-of-shape gorilla. You look like that gorilla at the zoo that doesn't want to fuck anymore.
Why did you stop me?
God bless I. I love you, Patrice. 9 to 10 years, sex, man.
Just don't want to remember. I did try to stop both incidents.
Billy, no, he doesn't go nuts. He doesn't just fucking walk in like he's a celebrity and go nuts.
Casi me empujaban pas la calle.
The SC doesn't care if you get back to the club.
Smack me up to fall to the ground. What Taylor would do. He's sober.
Big young for Billy Barr.
Thank the Lord, he's sober now, but you know,
what's that?
He slammed me on the floor several times. Because of Mr. Savage. That's his son, actually.
I know.
And he's trying to say it's not.
I'm sorry, Manny. I'm sorry, SC. Sit down. Hey, stupid, sit down.
19.
You are done. Thank God you didn't trash anybody at BBQs or you wouldn't be working this weekend.
The poor kid can feel bad. And
fucking Billy.
come to find out,
He's so fucking happy. Surprised you came up here without your FUBU clothing. Fucking failed.
Help me, Lord. He's cute. Let's kiss.
Oh, shit.
So,
Johnny Lambert, how you doing, man? When did you get back into comedy?
But yeah, I do remember in the Bible it says that the Holy Scriptures, it says it doesn't exclude anyone. And the Lord Jesus Christ says, let the children come to me. That's what he said.
Some questions from the audience.
He didn't exclude anybody.
How's it going, Bill?
That I
How are you, sir?
Great. First of all, I saw
like,
the season 2.
I don't know what to take it on.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and I started running lately,
funny, but it's
and
not
I
funny.
use your podcast as my little go-to, so it kind of helps pass the time.
Oh, is that? How does that work? Listening to a podcast while running?
Well, I love your rants when you
Remind
go
me
on
of
rants about
Scott.
people. So my question is,
He used to spank his kid for dumb things.
Not being
For
considerate
crying or something.
and lack of empathy
What the fuck are you
drives me up
doing?
the fucking wall.
You're doing worse shit.
You know what? I hate being in one of those security lines at the airport, and everybody's bonding, rolling their eyes about how fucking long it takes, while nobody's getting ready for their moment.
No se miran la
And
mierda en
then
la
they go
cola.
up there and become part of the problem, and I want to beat them with that plastic tub. I literally think that they should have a moron line and a shit together line.
Dumb shit.
Right onto the plane. Like there should be raised right airlines. Animals, like there's a new thing with people walking barefoot on commercial airlines into the bathroom.
Así que la atrasamos.
It's the grossest thing I've ever seen.
But no,
I wouldn't even
just
take my
walking around
sneakers
it,
off
you know.
sitting at the just because people have
It
walked
makes you feel
out.
very
Like what's
I'm
in
in my
that
own yard.
rug, man?
I was
I'm
just
telling you,
walking
you just
around.
don't want to be a part of it. So like I would say,
What about my business?
like that type of stuff,
Está
and
enojada
then, you know,
ahorita.
people, you know, yeah,
Está
not being able
cabrona
to
ahorita. La señora
put
grande
themselves in
también.
other people's
So they're
positions. That's a sign of. I'm not saying that I'm good at it, but like that's
They're
I think
mad
when you
right now.
become an adult.
They think I'm intrusive.
That's pretty good, huh? That was a good
And I'm
answer.
just walking
Great
around.
answer.
I
Next
wasn't going to.
Hey,
How are you?
good. How are
You
you?
know,
That's
that's one of those things.
I don't
where
watch
it's,
adult animated series.
all the things
like,
different
like I
today,
say,
you know?
names, but like this is the one show that I do watch.
Oh God, I thought this was going in a bad direction.
No, that's why I do it like that. No.
I'm very worried there. I don't
You know,
approve of your entire genre of entertainment.
No,
all right,
I don't think because like you said, it's absurd, and I don't think
Right.
It, to me, it's
It's because
absurd.
Okay.
So that
thinks
being
that I'm
said,
intrusive,
when
but
you
I was
guys
just
were,
walking around
like,
my own
writing
yard.
the show, what were the
Es que
points
esta
and
viejita
features
es
that made
canijo.
it stand out compared to the other
Ya no
ones?
lo aguanto. Ahorita está enojado.
Well, first thing, I wasn't
Maybe
thinking
not
about
okay.
other shows other than I didn't want to
They
you
think
have
I'm
to be familiar with what they're doing, so I didn't want to try to overlap.
Ya no lo
So,
aguanto el viejito.
My thing was just, it was the same way that I write for my act, which is,
Bandit.
to me, the funniest
Who's in trouble,
stuff to
baby?
me is real stuff rather than stuff that you
Oh, he
make
wants
up.
popcorn.
Like I was in San Francisco recently,
It's because people.
and I was on Market Street, which is where like all their homeless people are, and they
People
have
get
like
mad at
next
me
level
when-
like homeless
you know,
people. Like they look
when
like
they're sober. Why
miners
didn't
from
you
the
stop me? And
1800s.
I'm
Like
like, I
Boxcar
did
Willie
try to,
level.
like, trying to convince
I don't know
them.
why you said
They don't
reference like
remember.
this young.
They don't remember nothing.
Anyways, so this
Yeah,
guy
but,
comes riding by on a bicycle,
That's what's
Mexican looking dude, and he was just going like, "Yo, you buying, you buying,
I don't
you
know.
buying?" As he's
Dame
riding by,
patita,
and I was just
dame
like,
patita.
he's talking to me, "You buying, you buying?" And I just like, I went like, "No, man, I'm good, I'm good." And then he
Es que
addresses
son
me using the
cabronas.
N-word. He like looked over his shoulder,
Everybody
he
gets
goes,
mad
"Yo,
at
I'm
you,
selling
but
pussy,"
they walk in my own yard.
and drove away. And to me, that's the funniest shit ever. That he used the N-word to me, and that it's a pimp on a bicycle. And I was just picturing him riding around his horse, going like, "You got my money." And just
I
wondering
heard her.
if he had the skills to like do that thing where you can stop and do like that. Don't make me put my feet down.
But dangerous things.
So that's the type of shit.
She don't care about
Okay,
nobody.
as sad as that is, because you're dealing with human trafficking at that point.
All the time.
It's the bicycle detail that's fucking hilarious, and that's something that will stick in my head, and that will, at some point, will end up on the show. And then just all the racial thing that he used the N-word to a white guy, and he looked Latino. So that I'm like trying to do the math while laughing that he's a pimp on a bicycle. So that's the type of shit that stands out to me more so than you know, what's up with Donald Trump is an idiot, which I appreciate that comment, but everybody's doing it. So I just try to stay away from that. I have long answers. I hope they answer your question. Okay, thanks. Thanks for watching.
I think we have time for one more question right here.
Hi, Bill.
Hello, sir. This guy, Raised Right Airlines, right there. You know, it's just goddamn eloquent. That was a textbook greeting.
What, baby?
Stop the landing.
I actually do watch the show and binge watched season 2 in one night, and I was always thinking, what was the beginning of the catchphrase? I'll put you through that effing wall.
That was actually my dad used to say that. My dad used to say, "Oh, no, I'll put you through the fucking wall." He used to always say that. And he did say it one time when we were outside. We were outside the yard, and he just sort of randomly pointed towards the woods. I remember trying not to laugh because I was, you know, I was afraid of my dad. "I'll put you through the fucking wall." And he's like pointing at a tree. And you're like, all right, I guess there's wood in walls. Maybe he's going to cut that down and get some drywall, whatever the fuck you put up there. So that's what there's like. There's elements of
almost 20 years.
There's true stories. There's little true stories in the whole thing. Like one of the cool ones is they got one of the guys
And
that
these
does the
people show up
music.
in the
Dave
picture, and I was
Kushner
like,
used to play in Velvet
hell no.
Revolver, and he I think he wrote the theme song for what was that? What was that motorcycle show that made all those baby boomers buy motorcycles?
Chips?
Not Chips.
No.
Past that.
Well, he's only a 10,
Sons
so
of
why is he
Anarchy.
getting mad at
So
me?
he wrote.
He's a
Yeah.
fucking 10.
Make guys like me buy Harleys and wear jackets like this.
This sounds suspicious.
He wrote that music.
But
So he
anyways.
told me a story one time when he came running out of club with his gear.
I'm not on
He
my
had his
last
guitar
dinner.
and his amp, and he was running, and
That's
he
too
was
much.
drunk, and he tripped in the middle of the
Let's get
street,
McDonald's
and not
shit.
thinking his guitar and stuff was so
It's
expensive. He,
$10.
he went like this, and he just face planted,
Why are you in
knocked out all his teeth and all
I'm
this
just walking
shit.
around.
He told me this story. I'm not doing it justice. I was crying laughing. So the nod to that story is that if you notice when Kevin runs out of the house in season 2, you'll notice he does the same fall. And that's my nod to Dave Kushner for making me laugh the way he did telling that story. And he does the face plant. You do so much work, I
Look,
forgot
baby,
it was
what's
in there. He
wrong?
texted me when he saw the episode. He was
loving.
like,
He
dude, is that
cares.
my fucking story for the thing
What,
there?
baby? What's
And I
wrong?
couldn't remember. Then I went back and I looked at it. I said, oh, that's right. That's exactly it. That's what we got there.
Rising Warriors.
So there's a bunch of those little things in the episodes and shit.
What about your
Sometimes-
family when your family watches the show? Do they see
I'm
a lot of those
confused
stories as
now,
well?
like,
I don't know that any of them really have watched it. As far as I know, they're pretty busy. My parents can't figure out Netflix, so.
I don't know.
But I did it in a way that, like, he's not my dad. Literally, he's like an
He's not your
amalgam
dad.
of my dad, Mike Price's, Dave Richardson, Emily Towers, everybody's dad in the room. Vince's, everybody. And so I think
You could tell him that
I
I'm
respect
sorry
the
that
fact
I was
that I
just
was dumb
walking around
enough
the
to
yard.
get into this business in a way to
like,
put
this is
myself
for real.
out
I
there
wasn't,
and all the
like,
shit that comes
trying
along
to
with that. And I respect
sneak
those who
around
did.
nothing. I was
So
just
I wanted
walking
to
around
make
the
this
yard,
different
like, I had
enough that they
no-
could sit down. So he'll sit down and watch it
Well, he looked mad.
if he
just,
remembers. I mean, I'll put you through that fucking wall.